What's up guys, Jordan here. Hope somebody's been finding those Tesla wheel videos helpful. Unfortunately, I let the car go out to a couple of renters and both of them curbed the wheels, which is pretty funny that I just put all that work into, but it's whatever. So that car was out on rental. It's just sitting at the airport now. I just haven't had time to bring it back home. But today I'm going to be going over some of my stuff, getting my truck ready to get the soft wash system set up. So I'm just going to be painting this reel. This is just kind of extra. I already know that the tan might bother me, the color, so I'm just gonna, I have the extra wheel paint over here, so I'm just gonna use that. I'm just gonna sand this down quickly, get it painted, and then that's just one thing I'm gonna take care of. A couple other things that I want to do today is I bought some paint for the truck, for the Frontier. There's a couple of rust spots that I showed earlier that I'm gonna just kind of grind out with the Dremel and sand and then just paint it. They're pretty small spots, so I don't anticipate that taking that long. Since I have this hose reel, I kind of just wanted to explain how I'm gonna make my truck bed and the reasoning behind it, just because I'm not exactly sure what my living situation is gonna be like, and I kind of need the truck bed to be able to cover the tonneau cover all the way kind of quickly. Like if I need to disassemble stuff, if I could just close it up and lock it up, that's kind of what I'm going for here. So I need to make, for my hose reel, I kind of need to make this detachable plank that I'll explain a little bit later. But yeah, so that's what's kind of happening today. I'm gonna just continue sanding this reel and then get this knocked out real quick so I can start working on the truck. So I'm just gonna be sanding with the 400 grit. I was planning on doing 600, but I think I used all my 600 grit up from doing the wheels. So I'm gonna just do 400 on this, and I'm pretty sure that should be fine. Alright, I'm just gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna start getting into the truck bed. This is kind of my idea, what I'm kind of thinking that I want to do. So I have this 3/4 inch thick plywood here, and I want to put the hose reel here, and this is how I'm gonna actually drive with it. I'm gonna have this flap up, and then I want to make it so that I can get the hose reel, which will be attached to this, and then I can put it on the truck, and then if I need to like break it down for whatever reason, it'll be pretty easy. I just have to open the tailgate, take off the wood, and then I can close it back up regularly. I think I'm gonna have the plywood come across here, and then yeah, the hose reel will be mounted here, but there's actually this lip. Let me see if I can show it. This lip under here, I can make the plywood extend to here, to this little lip here. And then so it would be secure under this. Like you wouldn't be able to lift it up if the tailgate is closed. So I'm gonna have a flat piece coming like this, and then another piece maybe coming 4 inches down here, as well as another piece extended. Well, I'm gonna make it two layers thick. The top one is just gonna be here to here, then the bottom layer is gonna be from here coming all the way across. I'm just gonna screw those two pieces together, and then I'm gonna have another piece coming down here. That way, the only way to open it up and take the hose reel off would be to open this up, which I have control over with the lock, so nobody can just open it, or not that easy anyway. I don't know, I'm not like a carpenter or anything, so if anybody sees this and has a better idea, I mean, this will probably be done by the time you see it, but if there's a better idea, I think that should work though, because they'll have the little lip here and you won't be able to pull it up. It's not like it's gonna fall. So like I just have to like grab it and put the whole plank on with the reel, and then close this, and then it'll be secure. I won't have to put any like attachments or anything like that. It should just be like pretty clear or pretty easy to just secure. I think that should work. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some measurements, cut these pieces, cut 2 pieces of this, and then I think I'm gonna put a layer of Plasti Dip on it, a pretty maybe like 4 or 5 coats of Plasti Dip, just on the top side actually, before I get, yeah, not on the bottom side, it's not gonna matter, but just the side that's gonna be exposed to the sun. Alright, so I think I got the first plank. I think I gotta shorten it a little bit because when I put the bed up, it doesn't quite close all the way. Like it's still maybe like 1/8 of an inch. So I had to trim a little bit more because I had a little bit of a hard time trying to close the tailgate. But this is actually the piece right here. This is like the perfect length. So my second piece, I'm going to make it just as long and then just add this little bit of portion. So this like, I don't know if there's like 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Yeah, so I'm gonna make it, just use this as a stencil and then just extend 1.5 inches, and I'm gonna make 2 pieces. This is just gonna be 2 pieces stuck together. Alright, so this is where I'm at. I think this is all the pieces I need. Now I just have to attach everything, sand it, and then put my coat of Plasti Dip, or several coats of Plasti Dip on it. But I think this is gonna be this thick. This is upside down right now currently. Yeah, so this side's gonna be on the bottom, and this is on the tailgate side. This is gonna be the side that's towards the cab. So I think I'm gonna shift gears real quick. I think the hose reel is already dried, so I'm gonna just wipe it down real quick with some paint thinner, and then I'll just go ahead and paint it, start painting it already. So I got the first coat of clear drying right now, and I'm just slowly putting together this stuff. So far I put this little piece on, and this is the part that's gonna go by the tailgate. And then this piece here is gonna go on top of this one. And then this is gonna be the overlapping board that goes underneath to this lip, that lip under there. So that's gonna be this part right there. The only thing that I'm really thinking about, of what I'm unsure about, is how to make this hole. So this is gonna be too high for me to have this just covering. So I need to cut a hole. It's about 10 inches in diameter through all of these, or I guess through two of these layers. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm wondering if I should just drill big holes and then cut it with a hacksaw, or get a router, go rent a router or whatever, and make it like a really nice actual circle. And I have to kind of cut underneath too because of this thing also. That's what I'm kind of trying to figure out right now. So since this is the piece that's going to be underneath, this one is not going to be as critical as like what it looks like. So I can kind of just hack away at this hole. But I kind of measured from here to here, and then from here to here, and then I got a 10 inch diameter circle. So it's about here. It's about here. So I think I'm gonna use this big drill bit right here, and then I'm gonna just kind of make holes so I can see through and then get a good idea of kind of what I'm working with. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna end up doing this, and then maybe using a hacksaw to kind of clean up the circle. Okay, gonna do one more coat of clear. Come back and get back to that. Okay, last coat of clear. Then I can just focus on the truck and let that hose reel just dry. Okay, I think I'm about done with this. Came out pretty good. So I'm just gonna let this dry here while I start working on everything else again. got both sides, inside and out, and I didn't do this because this is where the hose is gonna go, so this doesn't matter anyway. But you'll kind of see some of the inside here when I unravel the hose. All right, shifting gears again. I think I'm gonna start trying to work on this rust. I was gonna do a Dremel and then sand it, and then just kind of tape around here. And then I got automotive Nissan paint to kind of paint this over. It's kind of in the seal right now, so I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna turn out because I gotta cut out the rust. So hopefully I don't make it worse. But worst case scenario, I'll make a hole in here and then rainwater can get in, so I'm just gonna end up putting a JB Weld, probably smooth it out and then paint it. That's worst case scenario, but I think I can just maybe like grind it up a little bit and then just paint right over it. So I got this part, and there's another spot on the passenger side that I have to take care of on the bed. Here it is. So like this, that, and this looks like it's starting to rust too. So I'm gonna get in here with the Dremel and then same exact thing, try to smooth it out, tape this off, and then paint this stuff right here. As far as this, I made this hole, so I'm just bored of this right now, so I'm gonna start working on the rust right now. Looks like I'm gonna need some JB Weld. It's a tiny little hole now. It's the rust ate all the way through at this portion. But I think I got all the rust for the most part. I think I just need, I just gotta fill that hole with JB Weld now, and then I can paint it. There's actually a little bit of rust all over this roof. It's just the surface rust. Okay, so this is how this side is gonna start. This one looks a little bit bigger. It's about like a dime size, this one. And then that's a little bit smaller. So the trick with the rust is you really got to cut out all the metal that has any rust kind of affecting it. So you really got to make sure you get all the way in there, get down to till you see it's shiny metal. Even this one I might clean up a little bit more, but you just want to get it to just the shiny metal, and then you can sand it down, tape off, and then paint. This is what I got now. I accidentally did this too, and this, so I need to repaint that. Because if you leave any little bit here and then you go ahead and cover it with paint, the rust is still gonna spread underneath the paint. So it'll kind of defeat the purpose. Battery died, so I guess it's a mandatory break time.
A few moments later.
So this is how I'm taping it up. Just kind of getting the tape covered over the seal right here. And then I'm just gonna leave this little gap right here, and I'm just gonna glob a bunch of JB Weld in there, and then tape off here, and then paint. Okay, almost there. So I got this is for my top plank, and this is for the bottom one, but I think I cut this a little bit crooked. Yeah, see that gap? That's not supposed to be there. So I just gotta cut like maybe a little bit more over here, and then it should be able to all go down into place. I was worried about like cutting this completely off because it might not be as sturdy, but I forgot that this is going to be 2 layers, so this won't make that big of a difference. This will sit a lot better if I cut this whole section off, just because of the way that the container is shaped. Okay, this is kind of what it's gonna look like, I think. This plank is gonna be here. I'm gonna have my reel right here And then this can just be like this. And this will be good. I think this will be okay. I mean, there's gonna be like a little bit of rain, water, or whatever that comes in here, but I'm planning on making this pretty detachable as far as the container itself. Like I'm trying to make it like a quick connect so I can easily take this whole entire container off. And this will be all connected. I just need to connect all this together and then mount my hose reel. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. So this is pretty much what I'm gonna look like driving around. This is gonna be filled with my Flexzilla hose, and then I'm gonna sand this, plasti dip the whole thing. At least this section here, and then all of this is gonna be plasti dipped. I'll probably just do all the sides too, just to get a coat on it. And then when I mount this is gonna be a pretty solid mounting thing because I'm gonna have bolts that come through this whole thing right here. So it's gonna be this long, and this is not gonna go anywhere because this thing's gonna be pretty heavy because I'm gonna have that Flexzilla hose right here. And then if I need to, I think I could put my ladder like right in the middle here, at least for now. And then later on, I might end up putting another hose reel right here. So I have two, one here and then one here. So this is what I'm gonna notch out right here. Kind of same like this one right here, and then that's for this because this comes up a little bit. You can kind of see it, so I just need to cut this out. I think that fits much better. It's pretty flush. So I just notched out these two, and it looks like this underneath, which really doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it's functional, because the top is going to be covering all this anyway. All right, I think I'm good with the cutting, so I think I can just secure this now. Secure this to this. That should do it. I think this thing is assembled. I think I still want to put a couple more screws on this one. I was able to snag some screws from my dad, but he didn't want me to take the whole batch, so I only got 12 screws, but I should have got 2 more, 14 or 15. But these look pretty good. This thing is pretty solid. It's already like freaking 40 pounds. Alright guys, sorry this video is kind of all over the place. I've just been trying to get like a bunch of things done at once. I think right now I'm gonna just end up cleaning up the garage. I've got a lot of sawdust to clean up. And then I need to get the JB weld on tonight and paint that before I can be done for the day. Just because this is just fresh exposed metal, and just the moisture in the air will start to get it to start to rust already. So I gotta clean this stuff up ASAP and paint it. So I'm gonna paint this. I'm gonna probably go run and grab dinner. I'm gonna grab JB weld, come back and paint this, and then JB weld up the front one, the one above the windshield, and then paint that as well. And then I should be good for the day. But I'm super stoked with the progress I made today. I got a lot done. I got this all set up. I'm just gonna sand this and plasti dip it, and it's gonna be ready to go. And I need to mount the hose reel. Yeah, we're getting there. Maybe 2 more full days, and I think I can get the whole bed set up for my my washing system. Because I still need to run all my lines, and I still need to tap into my containers and figure out all that stuff. So we're getting there. Maybe a couple more weeks, I think, then I'll be able to really get this thing 100%.
Tomorrow for sure.
Alright, it's the day after. I ended up just not even finishing up the truck last night. I just kind of taped over where I sanded, where I grind with the Dremel, and then just decided to call it a night. So I'm just gonna finish up this video by finishing up the JB weld on the rust hole, and then painting everything and probably washing the truck. So I'm almost there. So this is what I kind of did. I just taped over it just in case it rained last night, because there is a tiny little hole here. that hole from grinding. The rust kind of went all the way through. So I went to AutoZone this morning and I got a JB Quick. It's like JB Weld. It's pretty much a liquid sealer, a liquid metal type of thing. I've used it on like radiators and like intake manifolds, and you can use it on all kinds of stuff. It's just like a good like semi-permanent solution. So this is the JB Quick. The regular JB Weld, it's the same thing except this one just dries quicker, so that's why they call it Quick. And I believe it's just a 50-50 mix. Yeah, 1-to-1 mixing ratio. You just get it. I usually use the cardboard that it comes with. I'll just take this cardboard, flip it over, and then put these on it, mix it up, go half-half, and then just grab some of it and glob it on the hole. So this is my mixing tool. So make sure you use this pokey thingy. I really just need so little bit. I just need a little glob. So even this is gonna be more than enough because I just need that tiniest bit to fill that hole. But I just go like this. Just kind of get the same amount. That looks about right. Then just mix it up together. Now I believe you only have a few minutes before it starts to get pretty hard, so you gotta kind of do it quick. And I think that should be good. So while the JB Quick is healing, I'm gonna paint this other rust back here. So this is how I just kind of taped it up, just to keep it out of the weather, in case it rained. That's gonna be interesting to paint. But now I'm gonna start taping up around here so I don't get overspray all over. Okay, for paint I got Duplicolor Perfect Match. This is supposed to be the Nissan white, all the original Nissan white colors, or white vehicles. You're supposed to spray clear coat on this, but I didn't get any from Duplicolor, but I have the clear gloss from the wheels that I painted, so I'm just gonna use that. That should be fine. This is everything that I'm painting. There's two little chips here that go straight down to the metal. This is from the Dremel, from me grinding all this stuff. So I need to paint this whole section here, and then this section, and then this little section here. And that's it. So this is already with 2 coats. I did 2 coats on this. Still gonna have to do a good amount still in here. It's kind of a weird angle. And while I was waiting for that to dry, I just taped this up and put the paper here. I was thinking of sanding it, but I think I'm just gonna spray it. I don't think I really need to sand it. It's not like that critical, and I don't think you're gonna be able to tell. So I think I'm gonna just leave it like this, spray this up. Should turn out okay. Buddy. Buddy came to visit. Buddy? Who came to visit? Hi. Hi, buddy. Thanks for your help and support. Alright guys, I finished it up. This is the final product. Yeah, you can kind of tell it's not like blended super well, but from far away it's fine and it doesn't really matter. This side came out not the greatest either. You can kind of see this strip here. Oh, that's so ugly, but whatever, I don't care. But as long as this is covered up and sealed, it should be fine for now. Sorry this video was kind of all over the place, but thanks for following along, and hopefully you learned something. Stay tuned for my next videos because I'm going to be going into finishing up my truck bed and getting all that sorted, and some more of my gear is coming in. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one.